Hello, hello, my friends on Facebook. How are you? Today, I want to share with you an epically inspiring story that has a super happy ending that it all kind of went down today. And I am really excited to share it with you because it really goes along with a theme that has been on my heart for the past week or so, which is this theme of being limitless and tapping into your potential, and this concept of turning the impossible into the possible. Good evening, Ellen. Welcome. Hi, Linda. I've got quite the crew on here this evening. Hey, Wendy. Some of y'all have heard me 5 times today, and you still want more of this. God bless you. Hi, Christina. Hey, Sharon. So we're going to be talking about something super cool that happened today. Hey, Sherry. And we're going to be talking about this concept of being limitless. I remember, and I haven't really talked about it. I talked about this in my 21-day challenge. But I want to bring this to the forefront today. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I guess I will. And actually, before I get started, I should probably introduce myself. If this happens to be your very first live, well, you picked a really good one. Hi, I'm Natasha Hazlett, and I help entrepreneurs get the clarity, confidence, and strategies to boost their income and level of influence without working longer hours. And I'm probably even better known for my book, Unstoppable Influence, Be You, Be Fearless, Transform Lives. And today, I'm going to share with you an epically inspiring story. Now, this theme that has been on my heart for the past week or so has been this theme of being limitless. And this all stemmed from something that happened back in October of 2016. So in October of 2016, I had lost all of my weight, and I woke up one morning and I couldn't go back to sleep. And I had a really cool experience. Some people may call it a download. I don't know. I just understood a bunch of stuff in 1 second. Hey, Erin. Hey, girl. Good to see you. Yada's on here. Hey, girl. I had this really cool experience where I just understood some stuff that I had never understood before. And one of the things that happened in this moment when I woke up was I had an assignment. I had to go to my journal and write down, who am I without limitation? And I wrote that down, and all of a sudden I just started writing, free-flowing writing. I was writing without judgment. I just wrote, and I wrote so many different, so many different pages and pages and pages of who I was without limitation. And when I look back and I read it, I can tell you the first little part was that Natasha Hazlett is a New York Times best-selling author, mentored to millions. And what's really crazy about this is at that time, I hadn't even written Unstoppable Influence. I didn't even know that I was going to be writing this particular book. I knew none of this. And yet when I looked at it, I realized, yeah, I guess that really is who I am, without limitations. And in that moment, my world changed, because when I realized who I was without limitations, when I got that little glimpse of who I was, minus all the BS baggage that I was putting on myself and that other people would put on me, it was pretty inspiring. It was really cool. It was I got to this little look in the window of who I am, who I came to be. And in that moment, I was no longer able to operate out of alignment with who that was. So obviously, if I was going to be a New York Times bestselling author, well, I better write a book. Now, do I know if Unstoppable Influence is going to be the one that takes me to the New York Times bestseller status? I don't know, maybe. or it could be one of the other 2 books that I'm going to be writing. And don't start asking me when I'm going to start writing those books, okay? I feel like I just got done with this one. But, I don't know. But I knew I had to start taking action. And as part of writing this book, inside this book, if you're someone that doesn't have this book, go over to Amazon and you can get it. At the end of each chapter, I have little assignments for everyone to do. And one of the assignments is writing down who am I without limitations. And y'all are getting a little sneak peek into what I do inside our Unstoppable Influence 21-day challenge. But what I talk about in the book is like all the different types of limitations that people put on us. Like, I couldn't possibly do X, Y, and Z because I'm too old. I don't have enough money. I live in too small of a town. I'm not educated enough. I'm not smart enough. Like all of these different limitations. I don't have the knowledge. I don't have this. I don't have that. Right? We put all these limitations on ourselves, and the reality is a lot of those limitations are complete and total BS. They are limitations that are put on us by ourselves, our ego, by other people and other people's ego, by society and society's ridiculous limitations. And so we end up in this like box with a top that's not even a real top. It's really an imaginary top, but it keeps us in playing safe and playing small. What a shame. What a shame that we are in this little box that we are keeping ourselves in. And it's causing us to deprive the world of our gifts. Now, let's talk about this inspiring story that just happened. And it actually has been a story in the making for the past couple of years. So, as y'all know, I gained a bunch of weight, went to a nutrition coach, and her name is Christy Code Red. Now, when I met Christy, I didn't know how much money she was making. I didn't know the level of impact she was having. I just knew that she helped my friend lose 60 pounds in 6 months, and I wanted some of that. I needed to lose weight really fast. I had a bunch of weight to lose, and I wanted to hurry up and lose it. So I'm impatient like that. So as we started working together, eventually I saw that really Christy could make such a bigger impact in the world. And so I asked her if it would be okay if I gave her some suggestions. And little did I know that she had Google stalked me because she didn't buy the fact that I just said I run my own business with my husband. She wanted to know more, and she found out what I did, and I was a business and marketing coach. Anyways, so we sat down and we had a heart-to-heart one day. And I asked her what her heart's desire was. And her heart's desire was to reach as many people with her Code Red lifestyle. That is what she wanted to do. And so, and she also said that she wanted to pay off all of her parents' debt. And she got really emotional when she told me that. And what I didn't fully realize until later was really what Christy's backstory is. And by the way, Christy ended up writing a book called The Code Red Revolution. You can get it at Amazon. But one of the things that you'll realize when you read her book is she talks about her backstory. And this is a woman who grew up poor. And she was working on the farm. She recounts a story in here about how when she was 16, her birthday cake was a graham cracker with a little bit of icing and a candle in it. Happy birthday. And this is someone that her parents are amazing people. Oh my gosh. I love Christy's mom and dad. Just amazing people. Her whole family they're just exceptionally good people. And they worked really hard. They worked really hard. And they taught Christy to work really hard for her money. And so that is what Christy was doing in her business. Now, when we met, she was making about $30,000 in gross revenue in her business. And what really struck me when we decided to start working together, and I started coaching her in her business, what really struck me is how hard she worked. Anytime I would tell her to do something, I'm like, hey, go do this, let's do that. She, like, it was done like before I could even like finish the sentence. It was just amazing. Very dedicated to her craft. I've never seen someone study so much about her area of expertise, and she just constantly wanted to pour into her clients. And what I didn't realize at the time was not just what, you know, that Christy grew up without a lot of means, but also she was a victim of physical abuse, like so bad one day that she was like lying on the floor in a pool of blood. There was a time that she recounted that she had an MTV show, MTV's Made. She had her very own show. And yet even after that, she was in New York. She had no money. No money. In fact, someone recognized her from MTV while she was in the food bank line. And they couldn't believe it. So this is someone who, if she looked at all that was going on in her life, she could have easily said, like, I can't do this. I am not capable of doing this. I am limited. She had been someone that had been beat down. She was someone that came from a tiny, tiny town up in North Idaho. She had all the excuses available to her to just justify a life of mediocrity. Let's just be honest. Lots of people are willing to just wrap themselves up in layer of excuse after excuse after excuse. They allow the layers of limitations to strangle them and their potential. But not Christy. As soon as she had a way, as soon as she had a guide to kind of just hold her hand and walk her through, she was always willing to step out in faith. And that's something that really struck me. First of all, at first she kind of didn't believe me. When I told her I remember sitting in her office and I told her, I was like, look, there's no reason, there's no excuse for you not making at least 6 figures. It's just absurd. But like, really, you're going to make millions of dollars. And she looked at me. I remember the look on her face. It was such tremendous disbelief. So she didn't exactly see how it would all happen. She really was shocked. And I said, the whole world needs to know about you. The whole world will know about you. But we gotta start doing this the right way so that more people can find you and hear your message. And so she could have in that moment allowed her limitations and all of the challenges that she faced in her lifetime, she could have allowed those to be an excuse to not succeed and to not move forward. But instead, this woman, this true unstoppable influencer, went and took a big leap of faith, and she stepped out of her comfort zone and she started doing things doing big things, big leaps of things that she had never done before, investments that she had never made before in herself and in her business. And today, and so she ended up publishing a book. Many of y'all have been on her 10-pound takedown challenge, and she has started transforming thousands and thousands of lives. And in fact, last year, she won the 2017 Unstoppable Influencer of the Year award. She's just been doing amazing things, but today was a very special day. And I'm going to try really hard not to get emotional about it, but it probably won't work. So today I was scrolling through my Facebook feed and happened to see a video of her saying she's so excited she got this box. And I had a sneaking suspicion of what the box was. And let me tell you what the box was. She opens it up and she pulls out a gorgeous award, huge award. And it's called the 2 Comma Club Award. It's an award that's been given by Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels for people that have generated over $1 million through this website platform called ClickFunnels. Okay, And by the way, I'll do a little PSA. ClickFunnels is amazing. Want a 14-day free trial? Go grab it. NatashaHazlett.com/click. ClickFunnels is an amazing platform that allows you to put up sales and marketing funnels very quickly. It's amazing. So, commercial over, back to the story. So she opens up this award, and this woman from a tiny town in North Idaho who got a graham cracker for her 16th birthday with a little smudge of frosting and a candle. That woman that was lying in a pool of blood, of her own blood, after being beaten senseless by her ex-husband, that woman who had been working around the clock previously, she made $1 million over the past 12 months. And my friend Yada, who I think is still on here, shared at our retreat, our Unstoppable Influence retreat a couple of months ago, this concept that dollars are more akin to thank you notes. And so really, it's not $1 million that she made, it's 1 million thank you notes that came pouring back to Christy for her love of serving other people. And so this is a true story of someone who did not allow their perceived limitations to define them. This is a story of what is possible, I believe, when you say yes to your calling. She knew that she was called to serve people by sharing important information on how you can heal yourself with just eating real food. She is someone that has stepped out in faith, has answered her calling, and who did not allow those limitations to define her and keep her in the box. She is a story of someone that just absolutely shattered the ceiling, and she got herself out of that little box that she had been in for so many years. So I just had to share this because this is a very special day. And let me tell you something, this is a huge day for me and Rich as her coaches, because I will tell you that it is not easy to coach and to take someone from to 1 million thank you notes. Man, like, it feels absolutely amazing, because I realize the amazing amount and this enormous amount of influence you have to get that many thank you notes coming back towards you. That is why I am so committed and just laser focused on empowering as many influencers as I possibly can, because I see how much Christy has transformed tens of thousands of people's lives and their families, and the ripple effect is just enormous, and she's just getting started. I tell her this all the time, and girl, you're just getting started. This is just the beginning. So I want to say the same thing to you. You can turn the impossible possible. Trust me. When I looked at Christy and I told her that this is what you're capable of, she thought that I'm pretty sure she thought I was crazy. But her heart told her that I was a real deal, and that she should probably step out in faith, and she did. And so if she can do it, so can you. You can make a tremendous impact. It doesn't have to be $1 million. It may be less than that. It may be more than that. It doesn't really matter. The point is that Christy is in a very inspiring story of someone who did not allow her limitations to stop her, to keep her playing small. She just absolutely shattered the ceiling, and she is now changing just so many lives. And I hope that you know that you have the potential to do the exact same thing. So That is my story for y'all today. It's a very special day. I hope you will go over to Christy's page and congratulate her on such an amazing achievement. Go watch the video where she's opening the box with that award. It is absolutely it's so inspiring. I'm not gonna lie, I was like boo-hooing in the car watching this video. It's something that's just so well deserved, and I just want you to know that you have that within you. So thanks for watching. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you too will step out in faith. Whatever you are being called to do, step out in faith. Ask for the resources that you need so that you can make the difference in the world that you're intended to make. Thanks for watching, friends, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, y'all.